of the Let's Play Advanced Squad Leader for 35 plus years. Today, unfortunately, a Saturday that my regular opponent, Rutin, could not be here for. So I'm going to play a solo venture, a rather small one comparatively to some other options out there. But I think it's fitting enough considering, one, it's finally September 1939. We've made it. It has taken like 4 years, 3, 4 years, and we're there. It's crazy. I can't believe it's still, yeah, it's still kind of crazy to think, boy, I've gotten here. And I'm sure I'm going to be saying the same thing once we get to stuff like fighting in Africa, in North Africa, in terms of like the Italians versus British, stuff like the invasion of Russia, and so on and so forth. So this is definitely one of those milestones that I'm happy to hit. Speaking of milestones and hostilities that are starting, this is Commence Hostilities, Eastside Gamers scenario number 41. I believe the scenario is like circa 2004-ish. Let me see if I have some added numbers here for this. 2008, Design Pack 4. And as mentioned, this is a Polish versus German scenario. It features 2 boards, although they're cut pretty heavily, so it's probably about just 1 board total. Boards 43 and 5. There is some interesting scenario stuff here, so there's a reason why there's some weird counters, and I had to do this just because I didn't want to kind of ruin it for myself, because it's not necessarily been a problem in the past, but if I can try to and make it better for setups, then why not? So this scenario is one where the Germans are actually the second to start. So they're the attackers, but they start second. You don't usually see that. There's a reason for this. So the victory conditions are the Germans win immediately upon exiting 12 or more exit VP off of the east edge. So they start on the west, they have to go all through the way and exit off the east. Now technically there is 7 turns, so 2 boards, 20 hexes. It's not the hardest thing in the world to achieve. The terrain isn't really great for movement though, especially once you get through to the brush and grain. These are going to be the hardest parts. Most of these other can either be bypassed or choose not to go through there. And you can kind of expect how delays and whatnot would occur. The other way to win at this scenario is at the game end. If any at the end of any game turn, there are no good order Polish MMC on board 5. So you can't have even if that means the Polish attacking into 43, if they all get off board 5, that would still technically cause them to lose. So just something to keep in mind. Interestingly, there are some balance provisions here. The first is that the Polish receive a -1 DRM for entrenching attempts, which I don't remember the last time I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen that as a balance feature. Interesting that they're given it. I'm not going to employ it, I don't think. And the German balance option is to remove the hero from the Polish OB. Now, the Polish seem to win this scenario a lot, and I'm fine with that being the case because whatever. I don't think that the Germans need to win this one, and they're also German in 1941 or 39. So I have to build these stacks because I don't like I said, the special scenario rule for this one involves you not knowing, hence why they're set up this way. And why I didn't know the sniper number either, because I did not want to have that lying around anywhere where I would necessarily have to see the stuff because of the way the OOB page is written. So EC is moderate. There's no wind. You can't kindle, which is a shame. I know why they didn't allow you, because if you kindled in these woods, for example, you probably wouldn't be able to pass through them. You put them in K4, J4, for example, and you get all of this to burn, and you necessarily force the Germans to go through here only, which would be pretty cool. But maybe not environmentally sound. There are shell hole counters in 43B3, I1, and on board 5, I9. These are to remove the buildings in those locations. Whatever, I don't think it's necessary, but hey, why not? And the second SSR to this scenario is that prior to setup, the Polish player takes 3 concealment counters and secretly records each one as representing one of the 3 platoons in their OB. The German player then takes each one and places them each on the following Polish entry areas. So you have board 5 A6, board 5 L2, and on the east edge anywhere. On the east edge, it's the Polish player that chooses. Since I'm playing both sides, I just randomed it. So it just happened to be one ABC. But I like that sort of randomness to it, especially if the German player isn't looking at the sheet and just kind of has to guess. It makes it a lot more fun that way. Interestingly, the third platoon, so C group, has a concealment counter with them. I don't know why that's the case. They start concealed, they will enter concealed, and there's nobody to remove concealment. And you can't get an extra dummy counter. Like, you can't just freely produce dummy counters. So I don't know what the point is necessarily. So I'm not going to include it. They do have a lovely HMG to go with their units in Squad A. So I'm just going to put them like so. Platoon B is going to be 2 4.5.8s. Oops. A 4.5.7, an 8.1, and a non-DM MMG. Again, pretty good stuff. And then lastly, they have a 4.5.8, 4.5.7, a hero, which is always lovely to see, a measly 7.0, which is whatever, and like I said, the concealment counter, which I'm not going to give them. It also only really makes sense, well, not only, but I guess technically this wouldn't be a bad option. Neither would here. I don't really like any other hexes other than these 4 on the left. Reason for this is because I want to get as much movement done so that I can get to these areas and prevent any solid movement out. So as a result, I don't really want them. I don't want the Polish troops to be stuck in the back here. So I need to make the most movement I can, get into these woods, for example, get into these woods, and then in here as well is probably my goals. Arguably, I think D1, C2, and the middle woods are more important. These are just important to prevent the Germans from pushing through. And because turn 1 would only feature the Polish, I wouldn't know where anybody's going. So there's actually a value if you're the German player and not like you wouldn't set up your units until it's your turn anyways. So my idea would be to save, all your deployment, and then at worst you have them on this side, because if the Polish deploy heavily on the west, then it's open. So I do get to put down snipers. Nobody is on the map, so I'm just gonna put snipers in kind of a generic position. I don't know, like I know where the Polish are coming in from. I don't know where the Germans are coming in from. Only makes sense to do it that way. So without further ado, let's just get into turn 1, and it's going to be pretty quickly, or happen pretty quickly. So weather, there should be no change, and then there's no rally, there's no prep fire. Movement, everybody's going to CX because I need people to CX. It will reduce movement. You know what? I actually don't need to CX then, because then this guy only has a max of 6 anyways. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's fine. Over here, I can get 7 out of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then these guys at the bottom, 1, bypass 2, bypass 3, bypass 4, 5, bypass 6, 7, 8. So gets me in some good positions here. Defensive fire, there is none. Advancing fire, same idea. Routes, there are none. And advances. So advances, I am going to want these 3 to split up. I think that only makes sense. The MMG, I kind of... Do I want it here? Yeah, it's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Because I'd rather go and protect the middle. And I can, at worst, I can pull back here next turn. And in a similar vein, everybody's going to go into E3. The Germans are going to... It's going to take a while for the... Well, maybe not take a while, but there's some movement involved, so I'm not too worried about how far the Germans can go, although that might bite me in the long run. So like I said, turn 1 is when you would put German units on the board and actually show where they're going to come in from. In this case, I went with a heavy left approach, specifically because it's faster to get to the brush. The brush is still going to provide me hindrance, so I don't have to worry too much about getting shot at. And yeah, just kind of ride it out as much as possible. Unfortunately for me, I have some 50mm mortars. I say unfortunately because I've never been a fan of the 50mm. They cost 5 to move, so I DM'd it, but undM'd in a functioning weapon mode, I guess, functional mode. I don't know. It costs 5 PP to do anything with, which is just very bad. You don't really get a lot of shots out of it, that type of idea. So same idea as before. There's no rally phase, there's no prep, so we go straight to movement. And now I just kind of have to make sure I'm very careful with what I do. So first group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody can see them, nobody can shoot at them, so they're fine there. Second group will do kind of similar. 1, 2, bypass 3, bypass 4, 5, 6. They can't be seen, so they won't get shot at or anything. And then I have the other groups here. So it's kind of a question of how fast do I want to advance. I think I'm going to play it safe, to be honest. I might do 1, 2, 3, 4 and bypass 5, 6. And then this guy might get caught out with being spotted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Defensive fire phase, there's none that can really be done, so I'm just going to assemble the HMG. And then advanced fire phase, there's none that I need to do or want to do. There's no routes. And advances, everybody's going to move up 1. And that's going to keep things pretty simple for turn 1. Turn 2, weather, no change. Rally phase, there's no actions to do. I think there was only one DM'd weapon. Prep fire, I don't want to do because I am CX'd, so there's not much of a point in revealing my troops to begin with. Movement, however, I will start moving some of the units and weapons, so let's get those guys there. This guy can assault move to G1. We'll advance or assault move this guy to H1, and then these guys, it's a little tough to say. I think I'm gonna pull the leader off and conceal him, or keep him concealed. Specifically because I want him to be like a routing guy. If my guys start breaking and whatever, they can route towards him in relative safety. I'll probably want to move him down here, but anyways, well, that's something to figure out later. Defensive fire phase, because that's all my movement. I will assemble one of the mortars. I believe assembling does count as a concealment loss action. These guys did it before they could be spotted, so I'm just going to take off the concealments. And nobody else really has anything they want to shoot. So, yeah, advanced fire phase, none. Routes, there are none. Advances, let's fill out this woods hex. And that's pretty much it. So CC phase, there are no CCs to do. And I probably should check to see if this mortar can drop smoke, because I don't feel like it can, and that'll probably be the only thing that can, you know, save me here, or prevent me from having a great calamity. So if I go to ordnance notes, yeah, it's just got a German ordnance note N, which I don't believe. Yeah, it's nothing good. If I go to the ordnance listing, does it show whether or not? No, it's the only mortar that does not have smoke. So, because it has no smoke number, which is important. So, with that said, I think I'm going to try and shoot them anyways. What am I looking at for an ordnance to hit here? So normally it's 7, 8 depending on range. TEM doesn't come into effect, but there's a +2 for area fire, which is something that I constantly forget, and I probably missed like a bunch of times. If I go to C.4, oh, that's what it is. So, ordnance area fire never has the FP of any hit. Instead, any shot affected by any provision of area fire caused by the target status uses the case K to hit DRM. So, essentially, if you were shooting with a gun, you would get the +2 for firing ordnance. For firing ordnance as area fire, because essentially the idea is if you were to shoot at a concealed unit, you would get the +2, but if you shot it as an area fire, I'm sure that was like a, well, it gets around the concealed unit because you're hitting the hex, so they decided to add a +2 there. Mortars, I don't believe, are affected by that. Now, I could be wrong, and if I am, someone please point it out. So I'm just going to go with their shots. So the mortar on the left is going to shoot against the guy in C2. I don't know what the range is on this. That is a range of 6, which means that I have an area hit of 7. Now, there is 3 hindrance, which brings me up to 7 specifically, which is pretty nice. I do have rate of fire as well, and there is a sniper check. So sniper is active early, which is not good. Moves over here. The nearest is this stack, which for some reason has the LMG underneath. Thank you. They're all going to lose concealment because, well, no, not really. Anyways, random selection, leader 8 and 548. So I obviously will pick the leader. There's literally no reason not to pick the leader in this circumstance. And I will roll to see. I don't get anything for the second guy. They will take a leader loss task check because they are equal morale. So does he pin? And the second guy does pin. So I believe the second guy is revealed for being pinned. But the 838 is still quote-unquote fine. Not great. So that was the first shot with the mortar. I will make it a big size, and let's link them. IFT 8 on a 50, which is 3 firepower is nothing. Like I said, I had rate, so I will shoot again. I will not get a second hit. Come on. Thank you. So, he's fired. I could... Nah, the range is 6. It'd be a 4 up 4. Not really. It's not worth it. Other mortar will also take a shot. Same idea, except it's a +4 now. I won't get a hit. I do have rate. So, both of these... Both mortars now have big area of fire and also -2s, which is going to help out a little bit. So these guys are prepped. I don't really have any other shots. Like I said, I need to move first and foremost. It doesn't sound like a lot, but once you start having to punch through some units, it gets pretty annoying. And yeah, I think if there's anything I want to do, where's the HMG? Wait, where is my HMG? Don't I have an HMG? I don't. Okay, so I'm just going crazy. MMG is there. I do have... they're all concealed. I could... That's a +3 overall is what it would be. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to declare an opportunity fire. So this is something I don't really do anywhere near as often as I should. So opportunity fire just lets me have full firepower once we get to the advanced fire phase. So I'm forfeiting move with those guys. It's not the end of the world. So that if a unit reveals itself, which they're going to want to prevent me from moving, they're going to expose themselves and get blasted, hopefully. So Squadron D5 is going to, once I move this over to the moving phase, because I have no other shots, it's going to just do a cool, calm, collected 2 movement into brush and D6. I don't think I'm going to want to shoot him. So then I will do E7. Do I want to go further? No, not really. I don't need extra movement, which is good. Squadron C6 is going to do the same idea. It lose concealment, goes to C7 for 2, and then into C8 for 4. I will take the opportunity to shoot... Oh, these also should have gone away. Forgot about those. I will take the opportunity to shoot with a 457 as a 4 flat. It would cower, which is unfortunate. They cower to a 2. 4 on 2 is a 1 morale check. And ouch. Okay, well, that ELRs breaks and half squads them. I can, if I'm getting these rolls, if all the German players are getting those rolls, I can understand why they were losing so much. Because I cowered, this guy is final fired. Also, there's no residual because it's 4 halved for cowering to 2, and then 2 is halved for residual to 1, and then it's reduced because of the brush. So there is no residual there, unfortunately. I'm now thinking I might want to leave this leader behind so I don't suffer anything else. So the second squad will go for 2. I will take the opportunity and reveal the 458 and do the exact same shot, and unfortunately miss with that one. Now that will leave a residual. So now that is in effect. This guy's finished moving. I have a squad and a leader there, which is fine. Yeah, you know what? This is probably not going to end well, but 1, 2. Is there anybody? This would still be +3. Yeah, I'm gonna take that shot. I think it's too valuable not to. So 10 firepower. It should be a +1, I believe, overall. It says 3 hindrance, which prevents it stops movement open ground because of the hindrance. There is a non-assault movement, so it's a +1 shot, Oof. This is what always happens. So that is a 5 on 10. We're looking at a 2 morale check. The leader breaks. First squad breaks. Second squad is fine, and the third squad breaks. So again, pretty typical. And they have not acquisition, but they have rate of fire. And then, yeah, it's not looking good. This squad is going to declare CX. They will a 2, 4, 6. And I mean, I might as well. I'll just have the HMG shoot again. It's a 6 plus 2 down 2, so 6 flat. Nothing, and I don't break it, thankfully. That is now first fired. Do I have? Yeah, you know what? I will reveal this as a 8. That is going to be a +3. It is a +3. +1. So 6 on 8, I believe, is a 1 check. Yeah. So 1 check on the guy with the demos. He's fine. Sniper activates again. 2, 6. He's basically just gonna go back to this guy. Actually, per my own rule, it can't go back to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Is he closer to here? That's 8 and 7. Nope. So it goes back here. Random selection. The squad that opportunity fired is pinned. That's a shame. Not the end of the world because it didn't pick the leader, but it could have been worse. Could also be better. Could have picked the mortar guy. That's it for movements. I didn't. Did I get rate? I did get rate. Yeah, I guess I could shoot again. It's a +2 now because they're not. They've stopped moving, I believe. So it's still a 1 morale check anyways, which they will pin. Yikes. All right, well, things are really not going well for the Germans right away. I don't know if there's any other shots I really want to do. Take off residual here. You know what? I'll subsequent as a 2-up-1. Nope. This guy's done. Or no, actually, I couldn't have done that because they're not adjacent. So never mind. These guys can't shoot again. They're adjacency stuff. Yeah, no, nothing else. Advanced fire phase. Now this, I will do my earlier thought here. So it's instead of a 9, it's a 4.5, and it would be a 4.5 up 5, down 2 for the leader. So it's up 3. I don't cower, but it is a 7 on 4, which is a pintash check, which doesn't really do anything for me. My sniper is going to win this game at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go here and break this guy. And like I said, pintash check. So leader is pinned and squad is fine, which doesn't really mean anything because those will just come off. No other advanced fire really. Routes, there are plenty to do, unfortunately. I have to route these guys here. So they're all going to route there, even if it overstacks them. These guys, it's the same basic problem. I don't... You know what? I can route this guy here. He's not protected. Screw it. I'll just route everybody here. That would be 2, then like 5, and then 6 for the other guy. I think I'm able to do this, even if they're all overstacked. Oh, this guy, right. And then I like completely forgot about him. You can go here, whatever. Because I think that was 1, 2, and then this would have been 4. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Does anybody else need to break and or move? No. Advances. Well, I'll go where the sniper is. I will advance this guy closer. The mortar guy, I don't... Do I care to move him? You know what? I should. I should, if only because it does increase their chances. It will remove their acquisitions, but I don't really care for those at the moment. I guess I should move this guy here. And this guy here. Can I make that move? No. So he has to go here. It's not the best solution here, but I think that's the only one I really have. Yeah, all right. CC phase, there is no CC. We go to turn 3. Rally phase, take pins off. So whether there are gusts now, it's basically just going to mean that there's no smoke, but there's no smoke anyways. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to generate fire. So we'll put gusts, but it doesn't for everybody else it's not gonna matter. So rally phase, there's nothing for the Poles to do. On the other hand, the Germans have their hands full here. So the 7-0, well, I can help, but whatever. The 9 does rally, which is incredible. Now he gets to provide his -1. I'm gonna take out this concealment. So it's +3 on everybody. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy will go berserk, or not go berserk, but he heats a battle. So his die roll is an 8. He was broken. He's not elite. So he just gets a +1, which does mean he... Oh, and there's a -1. Does he get a -1 for that? No. So he does go berserk. I don't know how I called that one. The second guy does not. The half squad doesn't rally. And the other 2 do rally, which is, again, pretty intense that I was able to rally all that. There's nothing else for anybody else to do, so we go to prep fire. I just want to get rid of as many Germans here as possible, so I'm going to fire group these 2 guys against the 467, so it's 8 firepower up. Should be just up 2. I don't think either of these guys can cross 3. Yeah. So 8 up 2. Nope. Not even a pin test check. The leader with the HMG and squad are going to shoot at the guy with the DC charges. So that's going to be a 10 up 1. 10 on 10 is a pin test check. Pin test, he's fine. Didn't get rate of fire, which is very unfortunate. Other MMG and F1 is going to shoot at the 467. It is a +1 shot, but it's a +1 on 8. So 4 on 8 is a 2 check. They will ELR and break. Sniper does not activate. This is going to be a very awful thing here. I'm going to shoot at them again. Same idea. I won't get an effect, but I do have rate again, and then I just creep up 1 higher. So that's it for them. And then these 2 squads are in C2. We're going to shoot at the guy in C8. It's an 8 up 1. Jesus. 2 morale check. I believe ELR is 3. Yeah, so he just breaks. Sniper doesn't activate once more. This is probably going to be what kills them, is the Germans just never get to do anything. Their sniper just never wakes up. Because if those had translated to any sort of effect, this guy would be dead for sure, because there's not too many opportunities for it to fall anywhere but on this leader. And if he's the first one to die, as an example, the next one is very random and can really affect what the defense will look like. So very unfortunate that has not panned out. I don't need to move this stack. I think they're fine to prevent anything, and they won't get shot at. So I'll just go to defensive fire phase. The 838 is going to shoot back as a 8 up 4. Nope. The mortar. Do I want to shoot squad first? No, I'll just do the mortar. +3. It won't be enough, or it's I won't get a hit. I will get acquisition. I'll shoot again. Oops, wrong one. This one. I will have rate again. That is a hit because +2 for hinder. Or sorry, that is not because I thought these guys were shooting from there. They do not get a hit, and their acquisition expires here. This mortar in B6 is going to shoot at the guys in C2. That hopefully will just be +1. Yeah. So, and that's exactly what I needed. That'll be a hit. No rate, unfortunately, and no effect. Oops, not what I want to do. I keep doing that. All right. Anything else? These Berserk guys are screwed no matter what happens to them, so I might as well take the opportunity to shoot a 12 up 3, I think. What's the range on this? 6? Yeah, 12 up 3. 10 on 12 is a pin tash check, so 2 pins. One, the top guy pins, the other guy's fine. Again, doesn't matter here because of the effects here. So, yeah. 9-2 with the MMG and squad. Squad's shooting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full. I don't know why I was recalculating that. It's a 9 up 3. 8 on 9 is going to be a normal morale check. So, huzzah. Leader's fine. You gotta be... Okay. So this is where I was talking about here, where this is going to be deadly. Goes here, so it kills this guy. There's no other, it just outright kills him. Move him there. And then the second sniper doesn't activate, so that's unfortunate. But this is kind of why you split your stacks sometimes, because if I hadn't, that sniper goes here, and then you've got a potential hero that dies and all that other stuff. So so that was that shot. Didn't get rate on the MMG either. That's unfortunate. Advanced fire phase, there are none. Routes, I do have a pair. So the nearest for this guy can be either. And these connect, so I'm gonna have this guy go 246. I think I'm legally able to do, and this is 246, so I think I can do those. I might be wrong, but I think they should be fine. I'll take off the pins right now because it doesn't matter. I don't want to advance anybody. As harmful as it can be for them to be shot at by mortars, I would rather they shoot mortars and not get any results, because it's really tough for there to be an effect. Oh, you know what? Have I been counting the -1 for airburst? Probably not. Do I need to... I don't think there's a message that says they don't get it. So is it all indirect? Yeah. Alright, well, I don't think it would have changed anything, to be honest. But something to keep in mind. So instead of a +1, it's a -1. I don't even know if I've been counting it either way. So, yeah, no CC phase. We go to turn 3 Germans. Weather, there's no change. So I believe that means we're no longer have gusts. Rallies, I do have one. I'm going to try the easier one first. Good. Actually, I should have done the other ones, but whatever. Rally and rally. So this squad will come back, and it's a 7. So they will battle harden. So they go back to their original. All right. And then the 8 does not make it, because if I'd rolled a 7, it's a shame. There you go. Okay, so that's it for rallies. Prep fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have my mortars try to do stuff. So I'll do the guy in D6 first. It will be a hit. I will have rate. It's a -1. Again, I gotta remember it's a -1 for airburst. So that's a 4 on 3, which is a 1 morale check. The leader breaks, and the squad is fine. I had rate of fire. I'll shoot again. I will get a second hit. Oof. Shit. That's a 1 KIA. So random selection leader squad. Squad is dead. That will, I think, eliminate the HMG. He's already broken. So I don't know. You know what? I gotta check that because I don't know if you get a KIA on a unit on a stack with a yeah, if they can't be broken, they suffer casualty reduction, which means this guy gets a wound, which means oh, he's only wounded. Okay. Um I had rate of fire, which is amazing. Um this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I am gonna move him anyways. You know what? I will. I'm gonna switch that over to there. It won't be a hit, but it will be a acquisition, and it is rate. So I will shoot another time. I think I'll get a hit there because of the +4 from hindrance, and then -1 brings it to a +3, which is 7. So I should hit. Sniper doesn't activate. This flips over, and it's a 5-on-3, which is a normal morale check. The leader breaks. This is crazy. And the squad is fine. I had a rate, so I will shoot again. I won't get a hit, and I won't get rates. And the elite squad doesn't have to take a check or anything. So this guy's finished. His prep fire, that was crazy. This mortar will do same idea, won't get anything, and no rate. Pretty fitting. One gets all the success. That kind of puts me in a bit of a bind because I now can't well, there's no shot for me to take with this 9-2 and other stuff, so I think I'm just not going to shoot with them. I think this turn I need to exploit this this hole here. So movement phase, the berserk guy has to go first. He has 8 movement, so this is 2, 4, 6. There's no point for me shooting when he's in brush, so 7, 8. I actually have to check because can you go berserk if you're outside of 8? Because I might have to have done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although I guess I can't technically go further away. I might just be 8 hexes. Yeah, nearest in hexes, and must if it has sufficient enter. Yeah, so I don't have sufficient movement points to get into the hex, but I still have to go. Still have to go towards it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be 6, and I'm pretty sure these are equidistant. So these guys are gonna blast them. 16 down 2. It's a 5-on-16, which is a 3 morale check, which he will not pass. Becomes a half squad. Yeah, these guys are shot. They're first fired. There is 8 residual. Not that I think that's ever going to matter, but I think under these circumstances, I probably should have shot one squad first here, put residual down, and then similarly blast them in the next movement for it. But actually, this is really going to cause me a bunch of problems because now this guy is super close, which means I can't target anybody else, which means in turn that I can take these guys as an example, and I can go, you know what, this is very unfortunate placement, so these guys are going to go here for 1, bypass 2, 3, 4, and then this machine gun and squad are going to shoot as a 8 down 2. Jesus. I've only gotten great rolls from those. It's a 1 KIA because, of course. Both the leader and squad die, and then this guy breaks automatically. What a ridiculous. How ridiculous. Alright, well, half squad is going to declare CX. We'll go 1, bypass 2, 3, 4, 5. MMG is going to shoot again. Nope, and doesn't break. It's still 9 down 2. or sorry, 8 firepower. It's down 2, which is a 9, which is a pin test check. They're fine. Do they trigger sniper? They do not. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Which is kind of unfortunate. I would have liked them to get to B7, but alas. This guy is now first fired. Yeah, I mean, this squad is going to declare CX. We'll bypass for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it can't go any further. Do I want to declare? No, I would lose 1. Well, declare it. So bypass for 1, 2, bypass 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't. Does he see this? No. Does he see him? Yes. These are equidistant. Okay. Yeah, I can shoot again. It's on 4. It's down 2. It's a 7 on 4. Pin test check. Pin test check. He's fine. Pin test check. And the guy with the MMG is pinned. That sucks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because I can now move extra because of the portage was the only problem. These guys will final. Huzzah. It's still on 8. It's an 8 on 8 morale check. He's fine, and the squad, you've got to be kidding me. ELR half squad break. That's the second 12 I've rolled, specifically for the Germans. It's kind of nuts. I did roll a sniper. I didn't cause it. Good. This guy is finaled. 7-0 is going to move over to the broken guy. And then the 838 with the DCs. Actually, I can't go any further. That's true. 2, 4. And I'll have these 2 squads shoot at them, so he gets the minus. I don't think this guy has a +2. No. Which is actually kind of crazy. So that's a 5 on 8, which is a 2 check, I think. Yep. And he'll break. Man, I just cannot catch a break here. Everybody has had problems here. Yeah. Defensive fire phase, I mean, I'll go ahead and reveal it. I don't think it's strictly necessary. I haven't actually lined this either, so hopefully it'll hit. E3 to the now broken 838. Yeah, that's clean. Jesus. Okay, well, it's only 9 firepower down 1 because of the hero, so it's a 2 on 9, which I'm pretty sure is a KIA. Pretty sure that'll eliminate all the DCs as well. And then sniper, nope. Yeah, this is going to be game specifically because the sniper is never activated except once for the Germans, despite 6 rolls, I think. And they're just breaking everywhere. Advanced fire phase. I mean, I will do. It's just a 2 firepower. 2 up 1. Nope. Couldn't do it with the MMG anyways. And then the berserks are gonna shoot. I think it was a draw. Berserkers are gonna shoot. It's a 2 up 1. No. So that's that. Routes attacker first, which is very problematic. So these guys have to surrender, and the Poles are gonna refuse it. So no quarter is now in effect. And then this squad has to route to the woods. They go through 1 open hex. I don't want to low crawl, so they'll take an interdiction, which they're fine, thankfully. And then that's it for the attacker. On the defensive side, the Poles will have to route. So I'm going to route this guy to E3. And I might as well do the same for the other leader here. Advances, Berserks can't advance because they're not in good order. I'm going to advance the leader back and the half squad forward. Thin guy is stuck and he's SOL, really. 548's can advance. I might as well move the mortar up, and I can move this mortar up for sure. Which that will remove their acquisitions. And that's it. There's no CC. So we go to turn 4, which more and more is looking like a Polish victory. Which fits for the balance because they apparently the Poles win this like 75% of the time. It might actually be 80. I should check that. How much, what is the percentage? And I gotta remember math on stream, so that's always bad. They have won 17 to 8. Yeah, 17 to 8, which is a 2-1. So 17 out of 25. Yeah, 68% of the time, seems like. Which, yeah, not as much as I was thinking, but makes sense. So weather check, no change. Rally phase, a couple things. I can take off pins. The leaders will both attempt to self-rally, so the non-wounded guy first, he won't. The wounded guy, he won't. Both of these go away. This DM just goes away because he can't rally. And the squad in the woods will succeed. Prep fire phase, I'm going to shoot the 458 against the Berserkers. We're looking at an 8-on-8, which is a morale check. They're fine. Sniper doesn't activate. The 457 is going to shoot at the CX guy. It's a 7-on-8, which is a 1 morale check. This guy will break. The MMG and squad will shoot at the guy in the open. Will not be any results. No rate of fire either. 458 is going to shoot at the Berserks. Nope. And this guy won't shoot. I'll probably have to route him back. Yeah. So movement phase. He will do 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I can catch him out. So I will just keep him there. Over here, I'll assault move 1 squad to D2, and the nah, you know what? I'll keep him there. Yeah, I'll keep him there. I think that's it for movement. Defensive fire phase. All right. So this mortar is gonna shoot at the machine gun, or do I want to? I could do just plus. Yeah, there's no real other shots. Actually, I'm gonna try the mortar against here. What's my pluses on this? Is it +2? It is only +2 to hit. That will be a hit right away, and it's air burst. So that is a hit. I do have rate of fire, so I will shoot again. I will hit and get rate of fire again. Does multiple hit apply for this? Oh no, wait, it's a 50 millimeter. It doesn't matter. So it will be hit, a second hit, sorry. Wait. It's +2, down 1. Yeah, it is a hit. There's no multiple hits. IFT. 7-on-3 is a pin test check, so I need to DM these guys. I don't think heroes take pins, but the squad will not be pinned. Because I have rate, I will shoot again. I will get a hit. I will not get rate. And it is a 6-on-3, which is another pin test check. They're fine. So that's this guy's shot. The squad with the LMG is going to shoot at the stack in C2. It is a +2 or +3 shot, so didn't do anything. The mortar in B7 is going to shoot at the guys in the woods as well. They will not get a hit. I will get acquisition, no rate. I can shoot the squad itself as a 4-up-1. They'll cower. It's a normal morale check. Let's see if sniper. No. Okay. Normal morale check. First guy's fine. Second guy breaks. That sucks. So that is. Oops. God, I keep doing that. And then Berserk's 4-up-1. Oof. 4-on-4 is a 1 morale check. So the first guy heats a battle. We'll go Berserk. Okay. That's a shame that that's where that is right now. And then this guy takes a 1 check. He will casualty reduce. All right. I'll just move him there. This guy is now finaled. MMG is going to shoot at the other MMG. It's a, what is it, 9? It's up 1, so it's a pin task check. They are pinned. Doesn't really matter. I do have rates, so the machine gun will shoot again. It's a 5-on-5. Sniper doesn't activate. 5-on-5 is a 1 morale check. The guy pins again. I got rates. That's an 8-on-5, which shouldn't... No, it is a pin task check. Well, they're already pinned. And no rate. Alright. Advanced fire phase. There are none to do. And then routes, which the attacker has to go first. So in this instance, I do want the leaders to run away. I think a wounded leader is still limited to 3, so I'm just gonna move him back 1. This half squad will do a similar thing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so that in the event that a leader rallies, then I'll be able to bring him back. And then this guy is going to low crawl to A1. There's no real other space for him to go, and because of no quarter, they're allowed to. They won't. If they had been disrupted, no, wait, they wouldn't have even been taken prisoner because of that. So that's it for that. Advanced phase. I do need to occupy these woods. Similarly, I'm going to occupy F3. And I don't think there's much else I can really do. There is no CC. Again, Berserks can't advance. They're in not good order and thus cannot be cool in that style. So we just go to the end of the turn. Turn 4 Germans, weather, no change, or no real change. Rally phase, bunch of stuff here. So first and foremost, I will attempt to self-rally. I will not get it, sadly. And then I'll try a rally of the broken guy. It is a 9 decreased by 2, so it won't succeed, unfortunately. Self-rally for the... for the Poles, neither will succeed. So we are done with rallies. Prep fire. First and foremost, mortar in D7 is going to keep going and will break. So I will lose acquisition. I'll just shoot a 4-up-3. It is a pin test check. The sniper doesn't work. Thank you. And then this guy's pinned. That's great news. Even though I broke the mortar. Mortar over in B7 is going to shoot at the berserk guys. That will be a hit, thankfully. So I think this should have been flipped. Should it? Whatever. It's a hit no matter what. So effect, it's a 6-on-3, which is a pin test check. They don't pin. I have a rate. Shoot again. No rate. It will be a hit. And then that's a 2-on-3, which is a K2, which is great for me. Or well, I keep saying for me on both sides. And then 2 morale check. They are fine. That not so much. And then do I take a 4-up-1? Sure. No. Okay. I don't actually remember if that removes your acquisition. It probably does. I don't know. Right, I'll just remove it. Squad with the MMG against squad with the MMG. Nope. They're SOL now. I can't shoot with the berserks. This guy has no functioning shot, whatever. And then this guy is I kind of need him to move, if I'm being honest. Do I need him to move? That's an important question here. He's not getting any real shot. Well, I could shoot here. It's a +3 shot. 8 up 3. No. He'll lose CX anyways. This guy will lose CX. I'll go to movement phase. The Berserks have to move. And honestly, it's just best to go for this guy, no matter what. So, because I don't want to do a 1-2, and it's not hand-to-hand. So, I will go into the Berserks hex. It'll be a... they have to shoot, so it's tripled. It's tripled flat, essentially. So... 9 on 6, I believe, is nothing. Yeah, not even a Pintash check, which they wouldn't take, but whatever. And then that is 2 residual. Not that I necessarily want to get in there, but... the 9-2 is going to assault move to be 1. I will shoot with the squad in D1, excuse me. It's a 4 on 2, which is a 1 morale check. Thank you, and... please, thank God. All right. Phew. So there's 1 residual. The leader in D5 on the upper board, phase 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the squad in D5 is going to declare CX. They will bypass 1, 2, bypass 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to shoot with the MMG. They'll cower. So instead of 8, it's 6. It is down 2. So it's a 4 on 6, which is a 2 morale check, which I'm going to fail. Yeah, alright. They are final fired, which, whatever. Because it's a choice between either I shoot the MMG, but it's not going anywhere. And I'd kind of rather shoot that. Yeah. Thinking about it, I should have shot here with these guys, but whatever. That's on me for not doing it. Yeah, that's it for movement. Defensive fire, I will try to do a cheeky 2 flat. It will cower, so instead it's a 1 firepower, which is still a normal morale check, and they will still die to it, which is kind of insane. Take off residual. Advanced fire phase. The Berserks can shoot, so they will do a 3 up 1. Nope. And that's it, really. No other shots to make. So defensive come off. All that stuff comes off. Routes, attacker first. These guys will get to freely go back to where the leader is, which is nice. I'm going to reorganize this so I don't forget. That's it for advances. I can put this as a CC. Advances, I do want to get these guys outside of the shooting arc, as it were. You guys can move there. You guys can move, and you guys can move. Do I want to abandon the mortar? I think I'm going to try 1 turn of repairing it and then give up on it. And then the 9-2 needs to go into C2. So CC phase, there is no ambush because the Berserks were already in from the get-go. So this is a 3-2 down 2. That'll absolutely be a kill. And the return is a 1-2 flat, which will not result in anything. Unfortunately, not necessarily the result I wanted, if only because now these guys will get to shoot at them. These guys can probably not shoot at them, but these guys surely can, and that's going to be a real big problem. Not to mention that I will want to advance units against them to eliminate them ASAP. So, but I don't feel like I had a choice anywhere. So, so I've been forgetting to change that. So take off pins. Turn 5 pole rally phase, no weather change. Rallies, I will try to rally the good leader first. No, wounded leader, nope. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Germans will try to rally the non-DM guy. Should have rolled the DM guy. He will... no quarter is in effect. Yeah, so that would have been a surrender. But because I'm subject to no quarter because I chose not to, these guys are now berserk, which is insane. And then roll for the bottom guy, who will also come back, specifically because of the woods rather than the leader's capability. And then repair. No, I will probably drop this then. Yeah, that's it for rally phase. Prep fire phase, this guy has to try and murder them. It won't work. MMG and squad are going to shoot the other MMG. No rate, but it is a 5-on-8, which is a 2 morale check, which they will fail. They won't have to drop the LMG or MMG, which is great for them. And then I'm going to try hero and squad against the leader and half squad. It's a 5 flat. 6-on-5 is a normal morale check, so leader first. And then half squad's fine. There's no possibility of rate or anything. 458 I think is going to move. Yeah, 458 is going to move. So 1, 2, 3. I don't think anybody had any shots. And then 4, 5. And I don't care to shoot yet because I'd probably rather target this guy. Actually, this 457, I can move him here. I'd rather him go there anyways. Yeah. No other shots. So this range is insane. So 8 firepower up 1. 8-on-8 normal morale check. They're fine. These guys are shot. 4 up 2, I believe. 7-on-4 is a pintash check. They're fine. Mortar will try for this guy. I think that's just gonna be +1 hindrance. Yeah. To hit, that will be a hit. Sadly not a critical, but whatever. Take what I can get. No acquisition rate. I will get a second hit. Oh no, wait, I will not. But I will get the acquisition. So this, I keep forgetting to shoot the squad first. And then squad with the LMG, 8 up 1, 8-on-8 normal. He's fine. Oh no, he's pinned. Oof. And then I'm gonna try for this because I really want to take out those leaders if I can. It's a 2-down-1. The 5-on-2, which is a normal. Wounded leader first, he's fine. Unwounded leader is fine, and then the half squad's dead. Which, in the grand scheme of things, is better because it doesn't matter how many leaders are left. If the squads are all broken, then that's it. They're all finaled. I don't have any other shots. Yeah, okay. Offensive routes. This guy has to just one. I don't want to do anything else with him. I have to low crawl him. These guys will route, so I'm just gonna bring him to E6 for 4. Kind of just let it be. You can go here, you can go here. It's probably about my only options. Let's go here. I don't want to get closer just because, and I would have totally gone in there if I hadn't pinned. All right, turn 5. I don't think there's any chance of me getting, what is it, 12 exit victory points? Yeah, 12 or more. Well, 6 squads. I mean, that's 3. That's 4 right here. So 4, 6, 8, 10. 3 turns. It's possible. It's not actually impossible. Weather, no change. Rallies, I have 1 self rally. I won't get it. DM will stay on because he's in open ground. Try to repair. Nope. So I'm ditching that. And then leader, first leader, second leader. No on both. Okay. Prep fire phase. Yeah. Leader squad, it's a 4 down 1. They don't cower. 7 pin test check. They're fine. Sniper doesn't activate. I was really hoping for a sniper there, actually. Yeah, mortar, critical. IFT is so not only is it so on a critical, instead of halved, it's doubled. So instead of 6 firepower, it's 12. It's still down 1 for air burst. And I get an extra down 1? Because normally you would reverse TEM, so I think you might actually get both. Because the critical hit is its own thing, which would mean it's a 2 on 12, which is a 1 KIA. So this guy's just straight dead. The MMG will go with him. Sniper activates, which sucks. 1, 2, so 2. I'm gonna target the leader because why not? The berserks can't pin, so it's really just yeah. I will wound this guy. He's just wounded, and then the squad is fine. So that happened. I had rate of fire, so I'm gonna change my target now to the other guys. That will be a hit, no rate, and no effect, unfortunately. Which, if that's the case, then I'll shoot 4 up 1. Nope. And we'll just dump that there for now. Squad with the LMG, 8 up 1. 6 on 8 is a 1 check, I believe. 2 check. No, 1 check. Yeah, 1 check. Finally. Alright, so that guy breaks. I did have rate with the LMG, so I will shoot again. Won't get anything. Okay. Well, movement phase, because everybody's pretty much shot, really. The berserks have to go first, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm gonna try with the hero and squad. It's a 5 down 1, so it's a 4 on 5, which is a 2 morale check, which they pass completely. That's insane. Do I want to shoot them? Yeah, I have to. Yeah, it's a 4. Nope. All right. So the reason for this, the reason why it's very it's a very big problem right now, is because the berserkers will always target somebody. They will never stop running after people. And 468, it's not an 838. 838 would have been kind of crazy to have that go berserk. 468s aren't the end of the world, but what really makes this problematic is that they're gonna, like I said, keep running, and they will always run. So that 10 morale that they have is really just gonna let them, like, once these guys route, and they can route, I guess technically I can route them to F1 and stuff, so I can still kind of get away from it. And thankfully these guys are 1 hex back. If I'd kept them in E3, the berserks would then have a choice between, you know, which one, and that really causes a big problem. Although saying that, because this squad is going to route to E2, if I do it that way, yeah, I think he has to route to F1. He's going to get interdicted, essentially. This 468 squad, now that this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not really worried about it. These guys have no other target. This guy's target, I don't think he can shoot here, so arguably his only target this guy. The 468 is going to declare CX, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this guy will take a subsequent as a 2 down 2. 5 on 2, I believe, is a morale check, and they're fine. Yeah, I don't know why I marked, whatever. So the idea here is that this guy is going to route, yeah, he's going to route to the 7-0, which is now a 6-1, which I'm just going to put a counter in case people I probably will forget, and for other people to understand why. So a wounded is always a morale and leadership -1, and in the case of a 7-0 would go to +1. So, um, yeah, not great, but hey, you know what? If I can try to rally in the opposing turn, it's great. And this guy's objective is to get into these woods because I need to just gain space. Now, these guys are forced to try and, one, shoot at them or move into these hexes to block them. Neither of them are really great prospects. So yeah, I think that's it for movement. Defensive fire, like I said, I'm going to try F3 to this guy. That might be 6 hexes. It is 6 hexes, so it's a 2 up 1. Pin test check, they're fine. Nobody else can shoot or has any shots. Advancing fire phase, I will do a tripled halved, so it's a 6 up 1. Well, they will cower, so it is down to 4, but that's a 3 on 4, which is a 2 morale check, which they will fail. Which I don't believe causes them to lose Berserk because they didn't kill a unit. They only casualty reduced. And I believe that's the huge distinction there. I don't have really a point to do like a 2 up 2. So at that point, I'm really chasing snipers and kind of tired of doing that, to be honest. So we'll take everything off. Attacker first. So like I said, I'm going to route to the woods here. Oh, did this guy move at all? Or did I shoot him as a 6 up, 4 up 2? I forget. Whatever. It'll be my own problem later on, I guess. And then this half squad has to route. I don't believe I can go to E1. I don't think it would matter. And he's gonna get interdicted by this guy. So would he get interdicted through here? Yes. Okay. So it doesn't matter what hex. So he gets interdicted here. Morale check. That is a dead squad. Or dead half squad, I should say. Now I don't think, one, I'd be interdicting with this guy because I believe I can choose. If there's no option, if there's only one option. So for example, a mortar, I believe, can interdict, and if the mortar is the only one with the range, then the mortar automatically interdicts, which also messes with 2-hit, which is something I always forget because I know you can cheese that with guns, and maybe there's something in house rules that I could talk with people to not do that or not make it forced. Anyways, point just being that you can choose, I believe, who interdicts, and I don't want these guys to lose their berserk status, so I'm not gonna have them choose. Advances. A3 is going to go into A4. The mortar is going to advance 1. This guy's going to advance. This guy's going to advance. I'm going to drop the mortar because I don't care for it. I'm just going to get whatever. We'll see if I can repair it. I'll probably just drop it anyways. Berserks can't advance, and I don't want these guys to advance because that's dangerous. So turn 5 CC, nothing. We go to poles, turn 6. Weather, no change. Rally phase, they will attempt to rally once more. They will not get it because there's a +1, and they will get it on their other guy. And since he's already tried to rally, he can't rally a second time. So it's kind of lucky that it got the 8-1, nobody else. This squad over here will attempt to rally. That's the third one I've gotten. They are +1. So they battle harden. Yeah, they could have gotten a hero instead. I just battle harden. This is very insane that I've gotten 3 berserks, 3 berserks off rallies, I believe, and 1 off of a morale check. Kind of crazy. All right, well, rally phase is over. Repair? Nope. So I'm probably just gonna toss it. I think I can voluntarily destroy them whenever I want. Prep fire phase. I will try to kill that group. That will not happen. And now I have to really think about movement here. I think it's really silly to say to myself, I'm gonna run this squad or whatever all the way to the corner just so you can't break them. To me, that's very dumb. Because why would you do that? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think, like, mentally, how would I treat this in a game against somebody else? In a tournament, I might do it, but I might also just move them more south towards protecting the objective, so at least it's not being super gamey as hell. And I kind of need to do that. So, not gaming it, but I really do need to protect. So I think I will do 2-4. I don't want to go into E5 because that's this a 2 down 1 shot is still dangerous. And since it's not a solid to be 2 down 2, which is still dangerous, and I don't want to risk it. So I will do I'll just assault move here. I will take the shot. So it's a 4 down 1. No, sorry, flat, which is nothing. So this guy's shot. There is 2 residual. I don't want to throw this leader. As much as I wouldn't mind throwing the leader there to, get to C7, I do really need to rally that the injured guy. What's his? Yeah, it's 7-0. Yeah, it's not really that worth it. You never know. I'll leave it. Sorry, that was movement phase. Defensive fire. I will take the 4 up 1. I don't even know if I can actually see that. I can't. That was alright as a shot. I will take the 2 down 1. Nope. Nobody else really has a shot. Oh. Nope. Advanced fire phase, none. Really nothing I need to do. I couldn't... Yeah, nobody's broken. Nobody's DM'd, so... advances... We'll advance these guys. I mean, no matter what, these berserks have to move. You can't cheese out berserks either. And what I mean by that is... you could say, well, I'll just keep this guy here, move the hero and the squad back to F4. And in doing so, the berserk doesn't know where they are, but he technically knew about D5 and he couldn't see E4. So his next target is D5 no matter what. He can see the guy in C7, so I guess it doesn't really matter no matter what. But if I couldn't see him as an example, I would have to go to D5 and then go from there. Which is a big problem. So, yeah, I think I think this is like the only real option. Well, no, I think I have to do this. So, here's the reason. First off, if I keep this guy back here, he's not providing anything to prevent this movement, which I'm going to want to move for sure. 2 is that and I don't think I can get off board at this point anyways with 12. Like 1 2 3 4 5 6 advance 1 2 3 4. One guy can make it, although I guess if I leave the leader to stack with them. Anyways, point is that this berserk would go to D5 and then mulch these leaders, and I don't want that. And if I don't move the hero in squad, he goes to them, which, I mean, it won't be a 1-1, but still dangerous regardless. So this guy's CX 1 2 3 4 5 6 advance. Yeah, as long as I advance in the next turn, or in this turn, I think it's fine. I don't have anything else to do. Actually, that's not true. Rally phase, because I completely blanked that. Weather, no change. Rally. This leader comes back finally. And repair? Nope. Alright. So, prep fire. I'm going to prep fire this squad into the 457. It will not succeed. I don't have any other prep fire. Movement, Berserks have to go first. Go to D2. E4 is going to shoot at them. It is down 3, so it's a 3 on 5, which is a 2 morale check, which they will fail, so they become a half squad. That is probably what's going to cost me a victory here, unironically. So these guys have shot now. They will advance a second time. This guy will shoot as a 4 down 2. 5 on 4 is a 1 morale check. Well, they can't pin. Thankfully, they're berserk. So I need to mark this as 2, and the other one is 2 as well. And then they will march into the woods. So these guys have to shoot again. It's tripled halved, so it's 15. It's 15, 7.5, which there's no half, so it's 7. Down 1 because there's +1 from the woods, -1 for non-assault, -1 for hero. It is a 7 on 7, which is a normal morale check, and they are fine. So now these guys are locked, and that becomes a huge problem. There's now 2 residual there. That is a very, very, very big problem. So, okay. This guy declares CX. He's dropping the mortar for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to shoot. Cowers. It's nothing. Yeah, so cowers would be 1. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's gonna shoot. This is 1 residual, I believe. So it's a 4 down 2. That will not be anything. No. Or sorry, that is a pin test check. I don't know why I said no. So these guys are pinned, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. 2 residual. And this is why residuals are super important. People play with your residual. It's really, really, really important. This guy's gonna CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't shoot. This guy's also gonna CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The squad with the MMG is gonna declare CX, drop the MMG. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't go anywhere else. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I do against this guy or do I do against this guy? I guess it doesn't matter. Although, because this guy's pinned, yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, so that's, and then 1, 2, 3, which doesn't matter. He can't go anywhere anyways, but that's pretty much the end of it. Defensive fire phase, there are none because everybody is shot. Advanced fire phase, this guy will shoot. It's a 6. It's a 3 up 1. So pin task check. Heroes don't pin, I believe. The squad does pin. That's bad. The squad in D4 is going to shoot 2 firepower up 2. Nope. And then the half squad with the down 2 leader is going to shoot. They don't cower, but it is a 6 on 2, which is a pin task check, which they will pass. So they're fine. So that's it for everybody. There's no routes. Advances. This is why it was a real big problem for the pin to hit, because these guys jump in And now that is a mighty cluster, a problem. I'm not confident jumping in here at all. Although a 3-2 would be nice. So 1-2, down 2. Even a 6 gets me something. I don't like it at all because I feel like I'm going to lose that, but I might as well. And then this guy advances 1, which again doesn't matter, but whatever. And he can't because he's pinned. All right. CC. So, oh, that's true. Ambush. I forgot about that. We'll do this one first because there is no ambush. So this is a 11 to 5. So 2-1 for the Germans. There's a +1. So 2-1. That will not be anything. This is a 1-2. I'm gonna try and go after everybody because I think it's the best thing. It's a 1-2 down 2. Or sorry, no, it's not 1-2. This guy's pinned, so it's a 3-11, which is 1-4. So there is no result. That's bad. And then here there is an ambush chance. So Germans, Poles. There is no ambush. No. Wow. Germans are 1-2, down 2, and the Poles are 1-. Okay. So not only no, I wouldn't be able to. Oh no, actually I can do this. That's ridiculous. Alright. Well, I might actually pull a victory out here as the Germans. Through sheer luck, because I don't think I think around turn 4, like turn 3, I was doing terribly. I think by turn 4 I was willing to see it as a called game, but wow. Yeah, rally phase, weather, there's no change. There can be no rallies because nobody's broken. So prep fire. I mean, I'll try a 4-1. Nope. They will also cower. Movement phase. The wounded leader is going to go first. I don't really care where he goes. So 3. And then this guy will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Defensive fire phase. 4 up 2. Nope. 4 up 2. He's a 4, right? Yeah. Pin test check. So leader first. Leader's absolutely pinned. Squad is pinned. That sucks. This guy can't shoot at anybody. Actually, I gotta take off his pin. Forgot about that. And then 2 down 1. Oof. Shit. That is a 3-on-2, which is a 1 morale check. The leader is pinned a second time, and the squad breaks. Oh no. That might be game. This melee is actually gonna this melee will determine it, really. 6-3, he goes over to this leader and he kills him. Of course. So he's dead. Okay, so the game is over at this point if the CC does not conclude. So here's why. The melee, your units aren't in good order. That's strictly that's it. There's nothing else to the magic there. So routes, it doesn't matter. I'll just route this guy back 1, but like I said, it doesn't matter. Advances, you'll join them. And then CC, there's 1 CC. It is 1-2 down 2. 1-2 down 2 is no result. I needed a 6, or actually I needed a 5. And then these guys, like I said, are 2-1 up 1. Doesn't matter. It's not infiltration, which is the only thing that really mattered. The turn ends. Nobody's good order. Germans win. Wow. which ultimately wouldn't matter anyways. Well, the rule wouldn't matter anyways because okay, let's if we play it this way, so rally, there's no weather. Try to rally the broken squad. They don't rally, so they are now stuck. Um, then prep fire. There's nothing for me to prep fire. Like I can prep fire, but it doesn't matter for me to prep fire. And this is why. So I don't do any prep fire. All the CX goes away because I go to movement. This leader, actually, you know what? I can do both. So leader and the half squad will go there. This guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is DM'd immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the only. Actually, what I could have done is bypass 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy was here. 1, bypass 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is how I'm supposed to do it. 1, 2, 3. This guy can't route anywhere without being adjacent, so he's dead. So that's it for movement because everybody's moved. Defensive fire, there's no defensive fire possible. So advanced fire phase, I mean, I'll do a 4 up 1, 6 on 4 is a morale check. This guy breaks, and then that seals it even more. I don't need to shoot here. There's no point. I don't want to give any rally attempts. Route phase, this guy is dead because he can't go anywhere without being adjacent. Same idea. This guy is eliminated for failure to route. And then 8-1 is now left alone. So advance, advance, advance. So in the advance phase, that's all my advances. CC, ambush, Germans, Poles. I am elite. Does that give me anything for ambush? No, I don't think I'm considered stealthy. This is an 8-1, so they're dead, just straight up. I can do a 1 to 8. Actually, no, I would need a -1, and I can't get a -1 anywhere. And then over here in the super inconsequential thing, literally doesn't matter what the Poles roll because this is now 8, 13, 14, which is only a 3-1, but I now have a -2, and that -2 will automatically get them killed with a 7. Return fire won't do anything, so they're all dead. So there's not even a Polish unit on the map, and that is GG Germans. Honestly, very lucky. I think the mortars are what changed it when I was able to eliminate the one of the leaders with the sniper. It meant that I had to pull away another leader to get anywhere or to try and rally him. That was a problem. And then the HMG just immediately dying in turn 3 from the mortar round. Well, I say immediately, but it took to a prep fire, I think, in the German side. So that's really, I think, where things turned. Killing the HMG, forcing one of the squads to go berserk and then get drained that way. And then turn 5, I think, is self-explanatory. Turn 7 is really just theatrics. It's not really anything else. Yeah, crazy. I did not expect this. I was like I said, turn 3 going into turn 4, I was really thinking that the Germans were going to be in a real hard place. And I only really won because I chose not to cheese myself. I don't think it's fair to do that sort of thing, especially in a non-tournament scenario. Also, I think it's important to also mention that if I had gone like full cheese, like whatever, you're not going to be able to get off board because some guys can't move. There was still the possibility of lining, 3 squads with 3 of the back squads. Like, let's say all the Polish units go here. I didn't do a log file, did I? Well, it's a good thing I stream. I didn't do a log file. Screw. God damn it. That's not something I'm gonna tally ever. So essentially, point is that I could have had, let's say, these 3 squads move as far as possible, get them all into like B4 at the end of the turn, the 9-2 among other people goes to that hex. And then it doesn't matter because they get 6. They'll have 6 movement. They can get to B10 and get off board in the advanced phase. So depending on how hard you cheese to get away, you won't be able to come back and shoot. And then it's it's all dice at that point, anyways. Because the intervening woods, you'd have to be in the woods. So if you go too far, you can't get back. Blah 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 blah. So, anyways, that was. I don't even think I saved this at the start either. Man, I'm doing a bad job today in this. This was ESG-41. Commence hostilities. I really hope that that the people watching enjoyed this one. It was not what I was expecting, and I'm pleasantly surprised about the turnaround in dice luck. The snipers were really giving me a hard time for at the start, as the on the Polish side giving the Germans a hard time. I could see this one swing either way. It's a small scenario, so it kind of, those ones always feel that way. They're fast to play, which is good, and because they swing a little bit, it does mean that there's a good chance for either side to pull through, no matter when. And I think that's fun, despite despite the aforementioned swinginess, which sometimes can affect how you feel about something, especially in a tight game. So with that said, thank you for watching. Like I said, it's unfortunate that Putin couldn't be here. We're going to play a different scenario, but them's the breaks. It does mean that this is like I said, this is the first scenario in the 1st of September 1939 group. I say group because there are, what am I looking at here? 36 other scenarios. Technically, some of these are copies. They're duplicates. There's probably about 6 duplicates, I'd say. So maybe about 30 scenarios. In those 30 scenarios, some of them are from a campaign, so probably take out another 8 or so. So there's about 20 scenarios, give or take. Most of them are regular ASL. Some of them are very old scenarios. We're talking 1988 in one case, although that is an original print, where a reprint was 2009. There's a 1996 scenario, 2000 scenario, 2004, etc. So there's some very old gems in the 1st of September group. Probably won't play them all immediately. Certainly not immediately. The goal that I always have is that I do want to go back and play every scenario, even the ones that I've skipped. Of which there's probably about a good dozen to 20, halfway 16 or so. Some I can't play because I don't have the scenarios, and others I have the pack but I don't have the scenario somehow, whatever. And in some cases it's just because they released after, so I never or they're too big. There's one solo ASL which I'm probably not going to get around to at any fast pace, just because it's solo ASL, which there's a lot more dice rolling and a lot more like randomness to it, which isn't bad. I'm not saying that as a negative, but it does mean that I do need to specifically make a solo night out of it, and sometimes getting some progress to more bigger and better toys is a little bit more fun. So that's just been the reason behind that. So it, like I said, it doesn't mean I'm going to play, or we're going to be playing 1st of September 1939 for the next 4 months. Even if it is a lovely change of pace from constantly doing Japan, Russia, and China, Japan, and Spain versus Spain, it just means there is going to be a lot of German stuff from now on. And to add to that, I do have a partner lined up for the week games, the weekday game, but it will change. I will be changing from Monday to Tuesday, so just because that works better for them. So this coming Tuesday, the 6th of February, will be a solo game. It will be the last Tuesday game for presumably a while. and then we'll switch over to Mondays. So I will probably play an old scenario, probably what looks like first contact, first defeat, because there are 3. I have a triplicate of that. So I'll probably play that next to get that out of the way. Like I said, we're going to be playing a lot. The opponents always have the opportunity to veto, so there will be an opportunity to jump from the 1st of September to the 2nd, and progress through the chronology as per normal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I had more time, I would solicit more ASL, but calendar's kind of full, so we're gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, I appreciate always the follows and stuff. I actually will replay this one.
Stick to me like glue and keep your eyes open.
Thank you kindly, Egrit, E.G. Rut, E. Grut. I'm not. Someday, I hope I'll have people that follow message me and let me know exactly how to say their name. So until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And I hope to see you all on Tuesday for the next game. Bye.